Okay, everybody, it is Thoughtful Tuesday. And so I want to go over an activity with you today that I think is going to be really helpful for some of you guys. You know, when we are in situations like this, there are two things that we need to remember. Number one, that there are things we can control, and number two, that there are things that we cannot control. And when we start looking at the things that we can control, what are some things that I can control? Well, I can control my thoughts. I can control what I'm thinking. I can control the words that I'm speaking. I do have a filter and I can control those. I can control my words, my actions. I can control my behavior. I can even control my emotions to an extent. They may get a little out of control, but I can use some coping strategies to get those back in line. And so there are some things that are within my control. Now, there's a lot of things right now that are outside of our control. We cannot control other people. There's probably some people in your house right now that are driving you crazy. And so we can't control them. We can't control what they say. We can't control what they do. But we can control the way that we react to them. We can't control this virus right now. It is out of our control. But we can control the way that we look at things and our attitudes toward that. We can't control things like the weather. It's really warm and we're so excited that we get outside, and then it's really cold and we can't go outside. We can't control that, but we can control our reaction to it. And so as we go through this situation, if we're trying to control those things that we can't control, it's just going to drive us crazy. And so I want us to focus today on really deciding what we can control and taking control of those things, and making great decisions when it comes to those things that I have control over, and those things that I don't have control over, making sure that my reaction to those are appropriate and positive. So I want you to draw a picture for me today. And so I drew a picture, and I actually got this from one of my great school counselor friends over in Plainview, and she said that we could borrow this. So thanks, Ms. Kanipa. She's going to let us borrow her activity, and I want to go through this activity with you. So I want you to grab a piece of paper sometime today, and I want you to draw me a picture. And so I drew a picture of 3 things that I cannot control and 3 things that I can control. And you could do more things than 3, but I liked the number 3. And so I drew 3 clouds in the sky because you know what? I have no control over what's in the sky. I have no control over the weather. I can't wake up and tell it I want it to be sunny and warm today. And so that's something I can't control. It's something I have to control my reaction to. I cannot control other people. I can't control what they're going to say, whether they're going to hurt me or help me. I can't control how they're going to react to me. I can't control their behavior, but I can control how I react to that. And I can't control my circumstances right now. Very few of us want to be learning online at home. We want to be at school with our friends, and we want to be with our teachers, and we miss seeing you guys, and we can't control that right now. This is just something that we have to do to make sure everybody stays safe. And so those are three things that I cannot control. And so you could draw any picture you wanted to. I just chose to draw some clouds and some birds and some rain coming down on this nice little tree here. But then on the bottom, I created 3 hills that I can control. And these are things that I need to focus on. I can control my choices. The choices I make today are going to affect not only myself, but other people. And so I have to make sure that I'm thinking about the choices that I'm making and that I'm making appropriate decisions. For instance, it would be really easy for me to sit on the couch all day long and watch my favorite TV show, but that wouldn't be the best choice for the people in my family or for myself. There's some things I need to do. I have to work. I need to take care of my family. I need to cook dinner. I actually need to go work out for my own health. And so there's some choices that I might not want to make, but I need to think about what's going to be best for myself and those around me. So I can control my choices. I can control my words. You know, I even get angry. Did you know that? Your parents get angry, your siblings get angry, your teachers even get angry sometimes and frustrated. But just because we're angry does not mean we can spew ugly words on people. Does not mean we can use ugly language. And so we can control our words. The words coming out of your mouth. And you know how I know? Because when you're in class, you talk very appropriately and you don't use any of this negative stuff sometimes. But then when I hear you in the cafeteria in the hallway sometimes we're using other words. And so I want you to know that you can control those words and that those words are important in the way that we reflect ourselves and how we treat other people. So we have control over being kind in our words. And then my actions. I control my actions. I can get angry and I can choose to calm myself down. I can choose to use some of our mindfulness strategies. I can choose to walk away from the situation like the book told us the other day, or I can choose to yell and scream and hit and call ugly names. That's my choice. I control that. And so when we think about the things that we control, you know what? We have a lot of power because these things that are out of our control, we can still control the way that we view them and the way that we look at them and the way that we react to them. So if the weather is really bad today and I can't control that, I can go outside and I can be super thankful for the rain that's giving the plants some water. Or I can be super thankful that maybe it's a little bit cooler and I get to stay in the house and cozy up and watch some movies. I can't control other people, but I can sure be thankful that there's people in my life that are taking care of me right now, and that there's people that I can be with. I can't control my circumstances, but I can be thankful for the things around me, and then I can control these things, and it is my responsibility every day to control my behavior, to control my words, and to control my choices. So make me a picture. Mine was a little garden because I get to choose to plant these things down here. These were my choice. I like flowers, and as soon as I can get some flowers, I'm gonna start planting some flowers in my own gardens here at my house. But we get a choice on what we're gonna plant in our gardens every day. I hope you choose wisely. Draw me a picture, drop it in the comments so that I can see your picture that you drew today. And I hope you have a absolutely terrific Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow.